African wild dog versus wolf. Who would win a fight? African wild dogs are neither wolves nor dogs, despite their common English names, and the fact that their scientific name, Lycaon pictus, translates to painted wolf. Like wolves and dogs, African wild dogs do belong to the Canidae family. However, grey wolves, coyotes, dogs and jackals are all in the Canis genus, whereas African wild dogs are the only extant species in the Lycaon genus. The grey wolf is known for its fierce appearance, excellent hunting ability, and pack behavior. With a howl that can travel great distances through the wilderness, a beautiful coat of fur, and the ability to adapt to a myriad of environments, the wolf is also a creature that has played a major role in many mythologies and fairy tales. Size and description. The average dog weighs 44 to 55 pounds, 20 to 25 kilograms in East Africa, and 54 to 72 pounds, 24.4 to 32.7 kilograms in Southern Africa. It stands about 24 to 30 inches from the shoulder, 31 to 75 centimeters, with a 28 to 44 inch body length, 71 to 112 centimeters, and 11 to 16 inch tail, 28 to 40 centimeters. The species lacks dew claws and usually has fused middle toe pads. Its curved, blade-like lower teeth are unusual. African wild dogs have different fur from other canids. The coat consists entirely of stiff bristles that the animal loses as it ages. There is no underfur. While body marking is unique to each dog, most have a black muzzle with a black line running up the forehead. They have large, rounded ears and a long, thin body. This wolf is the largest species of the wild dog family. Females are smaller than males. The feet of males are large and the legs are long. The overall color of the grey wolf's fur is typically grey with black markings and lighter underparts, though wolves can occasionally be black, brown, red, or even pure white. Grey wolves have a very thick fur, consisting of the coarse outer coat, which covers the soft undercoat. In addition, the long legs allow them to make long steps, promoting high speed during the chase. Adult grey wolves weigh around 75 to 125 pounds, 34 to 56 kilograms. Grey wolves stand between 27 to 32 inches at the shoulder, 68 to 82 centimeters. Wolves can appear much larger than they already are. This is because of their long fur. The length of the grey wolf varies between 50 and 70 inches, 127 to 177 centimeters long from nose tip to tail tip. A third of this length is the length of its tail. Range and habitat. Historically, African wild dogs could be found from sub-Saharan Africa across the entire continent, absent only in rainforest habitats and the harshest deserts. Today, however, African wild dogs have been eradicated from most of their former range. They are virtually extinct in North and West Africa, and their numbers are low in Central and Northeast Africa. Most wild dogs are found in South Africa and Southern East Africa. Wild dogs live mainly in grasslands, savannas, and arid zones. They generally avoid forested areas because trees can obstruct their hunting ability. Instead of stalking prey, which requires dense vegetation for cover, wild dogs hunt in the open. The original range of Canis lupus consisted of the majority of the northern hemisphere, from the Arctic continuing south to a latitude of 20 degrees south, which runs through southern central Mexico, northern Africa, and southern Asia. However, due to habitat destruction, environmental change, persecution by humans, and other barriers to population growth, grey wolf populations are now found only in a few areas of the contiguous United States, Alaska, Canada, Mexico, and Eurasia. They occupy a wide variety of habitats, from Arctic tundra to forest, prairie, and arid landscapes. Diet. The African wild dog is a hypercarnivore, which means its diet consists of over 70% meat. Packs prefer to hunt antelope, but will also take wildebeest, warthogs, rodents, and birds. The hunting strategy depends on the prey. The pack hunts antelope by sneaking up on the herd and then running down an individual, repeatedly biting it on the legs and belly until it weakens. The wild dog can give chase for 10 to 60 minutes, running at a speed of up to 66 kilometers per hour. L. pictus has a very high hunting success rate, with 60 to 90% of chases resulting in a kill. Grey wolves are carnivores. They hunt prey on their own, in packs, steal the prey of other predators, or scavenge carrion. Wolves primarily hunt in packs for large prey such as moose, elk, bison, musk oxen, and reindeer. Once these large ungulates are taken down, the wolves attack their rump, flank, and shoulder areas. A wolf can consume up to 9 kilograms of meat at one meal. Smaller prey such as beavers, rabbits, and other small mammals are usually hunted by lone wolves, and they are a substantial part of their diet. Behavior. African wild dogs live in packs averaging from 7 to 15 members, and sometimes up to 40. Within the pack, these canines have a unique social structure. They cooperate in taking care of the wounded and sick members. There is a general lack of aggression exhibited between members of the pack, and there is little intimidation among the social hierarchy. Every hunting pack has a dominant pair. They are usually the only pair that remains monogamous for life. Both males and females babysit the young and provide food for them. The hunting members of the pack return to the den, where they regurgitate meat for the nursing female and pups. Grey wolves are territorial and live in packs led by the alpha pair. A pack of 6 to 8 wolves includes some of the alpha pair's offspring and may include some unrelated wolves. A pack's territory can be as large as 13,000 square kilometers. Howling helps advertise who owns a particular piece of territory. Grey wolves communicate with each other through howling, body language, and scent. Howling is used to assemble the pack, communicate with other packs, and assert territorial boundaries. Wolves use their facial expression, body posture, and tail position to indicate their emotion and status in the pack. A pack marks its territory with urine and feces. What if an African wild dog were face to face and had to fight a wolf? In terms of size, it is clear that grey wolves are larger than wild dogs. The bite force is comparable for both animals, maybe a little to the advantage of the wolf. Wolves' preys are bigger and larger than African wild dogs, which makes them more dangerous than wild dogs in hunting. But wild dogs' hunting technique is far better than wolves. That's why their hunting success is 81%. This is a case where both Canidae family members hunt in a pack, but here we are talking about their individual comparison and fight. Wild dogs are specialists. They are extremely well adapted to one specific goal. They pick out the weak among their prey, then use their speed and stamina to overwhelm it, killing it quickly. Grey wolves also pick out the weak among their prey. However, they use their numbers and stamina to tire out their prey, until eventually gang tackling it to the ground. Wild dogs hunt prey larger than them, but they don't attack prey that fights back. Grey wolves hunt docile prey, such as deer, but also much more dangerous prey like elk, moose, and even bison. Grey wolves routinely injure and kill lone wolves or wolves from rival packs. Wild dogs very rarely will kill each other. Grey wolves are sturdy, tough, rugged, and built for fighting. African wild dogs are slim, agile, and fast. If a wild dog met a grey wolf, the dog would run immediately. At last, I would say, if there is a fight between African wild dog and grey wolf, the winner will be the wolf. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button.